everyone. This assignment, I decided to review the study titled The Gamification Work, Literature Review of Empirical Studies on Gamification by Hamari, Visto, Garza. This paper reviewed 24 empirical studies on gamification. Majority of the studies were quantitative, included in the 24 were qualitative, and 5 were mixed methods. According to the authors, gamification is defined as the process of enhancing services, the motivational affordances, in order to invoke gainful experiences and further behavioral outcomes. Set out to explore the influence gamification has in different settings, as well as the effects it has on its users. Authors begin by informing us that due to its popularity and notoriety, gamification is overwhelmingly used for marketing ploys, and that most startups have plans to include gamifying their companies in order to attract more customers. It is also one of the most searched for categories, has led it to more academic papers being written on this topic. As demonstrated on the bar graph at the bottom of the page, the years 2012 and 2013, gamification had an increase in hits. In spite of this, still little information on the types of studies undertaken in relation to gamifying, results of those studies, as well as what type of situations those tests are conducted under. Initially, researchers searched databases using the key terms gamification, gainful, motivational affordance. The next step was refining the searches by filtering for peer-reviewed papers, those with empirical studies, papers whose reported methods were detailed and developed, studies who mentioned motivational environment, and finally, references were searched and filtered through as well. Last steps were analyzing the information and reporting on the results. In the end, it led them to deciding on the 24 peer-reviewed empirical research papers. Used a simple table to organize the motivational affordances. You can see the table shows points, awards, and achievements or badges more common than the others. In regards to psychological and behavioral outcomes, I noticed that most of the studies reported on the behavioral aspects, that those studies used statistics, survey methods developed by the researchers. Psychological outcomes recorded the attitude, enjoyment, and motivation level of the participants using questionnaires and surveys. Results of the review show that gamification has positive effects that can also sometimes depend on the user's motivation and type of game used. In an educational or learning environment, all of the study reported gamification as having positive effects. Researchers' findings also show that positive results can be due to the fact gamification having a novelty effect. However, if engaged users are no longer allowed to use games, this can also profoundly affect them in a negative way, perhaps because of the loss of points and other affordance. But the negative outcomes mentioned in this study, the effects of increased competition, task evaluation difficulties, design features. In conclusion, the authors state there's a need for further research using larger sample sizes, validated psychometric measurements, as well as future results needing to be more comparable.